Hey everyone, this is podcast number 11, Why You're Ready Today. Have you ever heard the saying, knowledge is power? Well, let me ask you this. Is knowledge useful if we don't apply it? You see, I believe knowledge is potential power, and that's because the real power is taking action. We can ponder the meanings and ideas of life, but life is in the experiences that are out there waiting for us. So today is about taking action. Massive action that drives us forward. Sound scary? Hopefully, a little at least, because having a scary goal is also exciting. And it means we're thinking outside our comfort zone. And it's this level of stress that helps us grow as people. We've talked in previous podcasts about goals and mindset, and we've discussed different types of fitness, but at some point we have to say, right, it's time. I may not be 100% ready. I may not have entirely perfected my plan, but what's a plan without the execution? Imagine visiting Rome to look at the plans of what the Vatican, Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain and aqueducts could have looked like if they'd been built. Or maybe visited China to see the architect's drawings of what the Great Wall may have looked like. The wonderful things in life are in actions, not necessarily words. I believe our actions define us as people. So how can you define today, tomorrow, this month, or even this year? What story will you be telling when your friend asks what you got up to in 2022? Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought or said the following? I will start a new diet tomorrow. Guess what? Tomorrow never comes, right? Because when you wake up, it's today again. So you can delay it for one more day. Or what about, I can't go to the gym or join a fitness community because I need to get a little fitter first. Now I'm here conjuring a picture of you, imagining that everyone else is super fit and that you're thinking you'll stand out like a sore thumb. But guess what? You won't. Or what about, I have to do all this important stuff first, so I don't have time for fitness right now. Here's a hint. You never will have time if you don't make it as important as the stuff you're prioritizing over your health. And another one I hear a lot, I'm getting older now, so fitness is not really for me. I'll just go for a few walks and take it easy. Definitely not. It's even more important as we age to include strength training, cardiovascular fitness and mobility exercises to enhance our quality of life. Gone are the days of a bit of a leisurely breaststroke with your head out of the water and a potter around a local park as being enough for healthy elderly people. Gone are the stereotypes people believe that women should not be strong, or sweat as it's not ladylike, or that men can't take part in yoga or meditation as it's not manly. Be active. Be dynamic and revitalize your body and mind even in your 60s, 70s and 80s. Do what you love, and if you're not sure, find what you love. Run, jump. Swim, hike, stretch, lift, sweat, breathe, and make sure your life is a list of verbs, not nouns. Be a doer, a tester, a failer, as well as planner and reflector. If you listen to the last podcast, number 10 on daily habits, I strongly suggest you make taking action something you do every day. Make action a new habit you carve out, that starts as the small, insignificant snowball on a mountain and turns into an engulfing, unstoppable avalanche that cannot be held back by negative people in your life, negative self-talk that manifests when you're not prepared, or even a gigantic worldwide pandemic, because you will always find a way around or through your challenges with enough momentum and a good plan behind you. So in the words of a big green Marvel character, Hulk smash! Let's do this! Let's look at a pitfall of not taking action. If we make plans and never see them through, we erode our own integrity, our trust in ourselves. As we build this regular action and see through the promises we make to ourselves, that trust returns. Taking action even when part of our mind is telling us not to sets a standard which means we are in control, not what we call the backseat driver that often stops us from achieving what we want and also often gives us bad advice. The successful author, Professor Steve Peters, refers to this in one of his books as the chimp paradox. It refers to an older part of our brain designed as we evolved to protect us from threats. Although the part of the brain has our best interests at heart, it can often overreact or provide feedback that is not useful. We need to train this inner chimp, he calls it, to speak calmly to us so we can choose to listen to its advice or not. I use the idea of a backseat driver. Backseat drivers are neither positive nor negative. They can tell us if we're going to miss a red light and save our lives, but they can also distract us and give us bad advice. How much attention we pay is entirely up to us. Let me give you an example. Getting a cold shower first thing in the morning is not everyone's idea of fun, but we know you'll feel great afterwards and we know the health benefits are good too. That's proven. If we build this habit and push through, the backseat driver trying to talk us out of it as soon as we open our eyes and instead telling us to lie in bed a few more minutes, well, that voice starts to have less control over us and we can choose to listen when we feel it is right. I want to give you an example of a scary goal and the difference between taking action and being accountable to follow through on your plan. I was at a business event a few weeks ago and we were listening to a guest speaker, Mike Bates, aka the Atlantic Grappler, who is also my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu professor, by the way. Go to his website, theatlanticgrappler.com, to help him fundraise. He's actually rowing 3,000 miles solo across the Atlantic Ocean, which is incredible for Leeds Hospital Charities. Anyway, at this event, and he was talking about his experiences as a Royal Marine, undercover specialist operator for the government, and now a successful business owner. And he spoke at length about his fantastic principles of success, and during the Q&A, a man in the audience asked him, "I've booked an ultra-distance running event. How do I make sure I do it as I'm not sure I will ever get to the start line?" Now Mike replied, "Do it for something greater than yourself." This puzzled the audience member, so Mike continued. He said, "We've heard from our speakers today about this incredible charity fundraising efforts that they're doing. Well, why don't you do it for them?" The man laughed a little awkwardly as he was now under pressure to commit to the event which he had psychologically given himself space to back out of. And Mike continued, "Well, why not? Do you want to do the event? You can raise money for a great charity and it will motivate you to get it done. I know the people on this stage, including me, will support you, and you could make the decision right now to take action and commit to this. Will you commit?" Now the room went quiet as well, as we all waited to see the response. "Okay," said the audience member, and the room erupted with applause. I was grinning from ear to ear, as this is the kind of mindset change I get out of bed for. Now Mike looked over at me and smiled as he knew I live for this type of moment with my clients, and as I looked back at the audience member, I could see the change in his body language, one of confidence and certainty. The shift to take action had been made, and this is what great leaders and coaches do. They ask difficult questions, and in this case, he just needed someone to take him and show him the door. All he had to do was walk through and say yes. That backseat driver was giving him the psychological back out, but part of him asked that question to help him commit to the thing that he wanted to do. Now, it was a great moment, but it can be achieved by all of us. It feels like a big moment, but really that decision to take action can be made by ourselves anytime on whatever we want to achieve. His ultra foot race may be dropping a few kilos for you, but try to find something bigger than yourself to work for. That's your why. Something that will help you stay accountable when you make that committed decision to take action. After all, knowledge combined with action makes incredible power. Channel your inner Hulk and go smash! Until next time, stay healthy and make sure you're fit to thrive. Bye.